Alright, welcome to LightTheVikings Game of the Year Award 2019. I know this is coming out of the blue, from nowhere, but that's fine, because why not? I'll be giving out an award to Game of the Year 2019 that I've played myself, and I will also be announcing the runners-up, and I will be doing that on Twitter afterwards as well. So if you miss this show, I'll have it on Twitter. So we're actually going to go straight into it there. Let me just restart that. Straight into there, without ads, no sponsors. I'm going to go right into the games that are the nominees of 2019 for me specifically. Just so you know, this has nothing to do with anything else, just my channel and what I've played personally and my own opinions. The first game I played, or one of the first games, was State of Decay 2 Heartland, which is basically an expansion, a pretty huge expansion to the game that came out in 2018. State of Decay 2 came out in 2018, but the DLC or expansion, Heartland, came out in 2019, and it's basically, in my opinion, a full game, because it's set in Trumbull Valley, which is the setting of the first game, the first State of Decay 1, but it's very expansive as DLC. That's why I'm counting it. The developer is Undead Labs, published by Microsoft Studios. So it's basically like an indie game, or indie game developer, that gets backing by a huge AAA publisher, which is good. And they're just keep a look out for these guys, because they're probably going to be doing some pretty huge things next generation of consoles, maybe. And I think, well, me personally, I think they will do pretty well. So yes, that is the first game. Next game is Gears 5. Hello, Bo. Merry Game of the Year stream, yep. So this is also going to go up on YouTube afterwards, by the way. Yeah, Gears 5. That's the next game right here. Thanks for host as well. I'm doing good. Thank you. We're just moving on here without ads or without any sponsors. Gears 5, which is a cover shooter, third-person video game developed by Coalition and published by Xbox Game Studios. It's a pretty huge game. It's a pretty expansive, well put together, especially visually. A game with lots of resources. It's a pure AAA game, you could say. And this is the 6th game in the series. You have Gears of War 1, Gears of War 2, Gears of War 3, Gears of War Judgment. Then you have Gears 4, and then Gears 5. So yeah, like I said, developer is the Coalition, publisher Xbox Game Studios. Let's move on to the next one, which is Remnant from the Ashes. And this is developed by Gunfire Games and published by Perfect World Entertainment. It kind of came out of nowhere, kind of weirdly came out of nowhere, without much promo or anything. Just like it had a promotion on Steam itself as a banner, but I didn't really hear much from it before that. It just came out, and no bullshit, just came out, and was positively received by most people. Action role-playing third-person shooter, it says. I would say it's like more of like a... Well, that's correct. It is action role-playing third-person shooter. That's correct. It's also a looter shooter. It has looter shooter elements. Souls-like elements, like Dark Souls. With like huge bosses that can be very difficult. In the same vein as Dark Souls. But you have a lot of like gun options and whatnot. So yeah, this is like more of a AA game, in between indie and AAA. And that was a very fun time that I had with that game. It's on Microsoft Windows, PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. Nice shirt, very swanky. Haven't seen it in a while. Thanks. Came out of nowhere with Sneak 100. Yep, exactly. So next game is a small game nobody has heard about ever. It's called The Outer Worlds. Nobody has heard about that. Have you heard about that? Like, this is the first time you hear about it, right? But yeah, The Outer Worlds. It's a pretty big action role-playing game with sci-fi element and space. Not really exploration of space, but it's a space game. There's a lot of space elements to it. It's by Obsidian Entertainment. And if you don't know who they are, they made Fallout New Vegas, for example. And this is their new IP. And they're the developer, of course. The publisher is Private Division. So this is probably going to be like a new IP that they're going to continue with. I think, at least. It's on PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and Microsoft Windows. That's a game I also played this year. The name is Alien to You, Outer Worlds. Yeah, I've never heard about it. That's why it's on my Game of the Year list. So now, the last, but definitely not least, Metro Exodus. This is a first-person shooter, post-apocalypse game made by 4A Games and published by Deep Silver. It continues the story of Artyom, and the games before was called Metro 2033 and Metro Last Light. This is a bit of a different adventure where you are venturing out in an open world area or areas more than in the actual metro from the first games. And generally it was positively received, even though it was criticized from some people for the open world elements. But hey, you do what you gotta do to grow, and I thought it worked out pretty damn well, personally. Last station, everyone out. But yes, all of these games have something in common, and that is they were played by me, of course. And this list, like I said, was just created by me, for me, and I will give out the award to the runners-up and the Game of the Year. And all of this is just my opinion. So back up. Okay, I'm kidding. But I don't have any backing. I don't have any sponsors. I don't have any ads. So let's do this here. Let's go straight into it. the winner of LightTheVikings Game of the Year Award 2019 goes to The Outer Worlds. Congratulations. And also a huge clap to runners-up, Remnant from the Ashes and Metro Exodus. Remnant from the Ashes get a silver axe, and Metro Exodus gets a bronze axe. I will be announcing that on Twitter afterwards. And thanks for watching Game Awards of 2019. I'm LightTheViking. Thanks for watching.